Hi, this is Rachelle with Journal Life's Journey, and I'm back to do a craft quickie. So I wanted to make a couple of envelope style folio pieces that can go in these pockets that can hold some of the extra ephemera that's going with this junk journal. This is the writing board finished with the distress micro glaze on it. I did go ahead and add that I mentioned in the previous video. Anyway, so this is the writing board. But yeah, I want to make those pieces to go in these pockets. So I already did some measuring and some math, which you probably can't see here or it won't make sense. But I'm using 12 by 12 papers from paper pads that I have in my stash. So I took the 12 minus 4.5, which is the width that I need. That left me with 7.5, which I divided by 2. That gives me 375. So that's for, I'm making this coin style envelope, but it's just going to be a large envelope. So that gives me 3.75-inch flaps on each side. Then for the top measurements, it's 12 inches. I need it to be about 7 inches high. So I did 12 minus 7. That left me with 5. And so what I'm going to do is have a 3-inch flap on top and a 2-inch flap on bottom. I was thinking of leaving this as a deconstructed envelope. I'll see as I go how that works. Okay. So I haven't tried these particular measurements, but let's get to it. So it's 3.75. I'm trying not to do any cutting. I mean, I probably could get away with trimming each side, but we'll see how it goes. Then 3.75 again. I flipped it around. Then I'm going to do this as the top. So I'm going to go 3 inches here and then 2 inches on the bottom. So before I even start folding, that gives me this is going to be the size of the envelope. So that's 7 inches by 4.5. So that should fit in the pocket. So I am cutting the 4 corners out, going towards the outside of the score line. Okay, so this is what it should look like, top, left, and right. Okay, so I do want these to be at a bit of an angle up top. So I'm going to cut this at an angle. And let's do the bottom too, just to make it fold a little easier at the bottom. I don't know if that's going to work. Hmm. Let's, all right. So this is the bottom bit. 2 sides. This is why I said I could probably stand to trim these down. And let's round some corners. I'm going to use the larger one. I'm going to do the bottom two or as well. So, should I trim this off? Let's see. Maybe I should have trimmed off some before I did this. Let's see. So if I trim off 1.5 inches, I'm making this up as I go, by the way. So that's going to stop about right there. Then if I trim off 1.5 inches, no, I'll just trim off 1 inch. I think on each side, or maybe just on one side. I'm going to do it on both sides. So this would go like this would go like that. And then we have our envelope that fits in there just like that. Perfect. Okay, so now let's figure out how we're going to do the closure. So I'm going to use my 1-inch punch. Since I cut 1-inch circles, it's just going to barely fit. Let's do it on the other side, actually. So what I'm doing is marking a 1/2 inch so that it can help line me up, punching my hole since I don't have a whole lot of wiggle room on these small pieces. Let's go ahead and punch these. I think I'm going to use brads. Let's see if we put 3 together, hook a hole in the center, how that's going to go. Gonna glue them together. Covering up my lines because I didn't think that through very well. I'm gonna use brads. I have to go to my other desk and get them. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna hit it a little bit with some distress ink. Let's see, what string do I have that's gonna work on this? All right, so here are my strings and elastics. Let's see how the gold baker's twine, even though it's got black, got that on clearance for 49 cents. I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue on this to hopefully hold it in place. Then I'm gonna go around the edge here. I'm gonna add a line here and a line here. Oops, here. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one. So let's do the same measurements. 3.75, 3.75. This is 2 inches because I'm using this as the bottom. And this end is 3 inches. Now I wanna do something a little different with this one. I wanna make this a window. So let's see how I can make that happen before I do any cutting. I'm gonna use my corner thingy here because I think this is about 3/4 of an inch. Let's fold it so I can see. Just cut these open. Use my blade and the metal side of the ruler. Make sure I'm on the mat. Yes, I am. It's a little crooked. Let's try and do better. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my 4 corners and then I'll figure out what I'm going to use for my window. This one, I'm not gonna trim off the inch, I think, because I think I want the extra stability since this hole weakens the structure. So I'm just gonna leave those. I think that would be best. Let's try that piece. So this is just a sealed laminate pouch. There you go. So I'm just gonna make it a little bit smaller. Oh, I hope I didn't get ink on there. And trim it down. This is turned into not such a quickie, but I'm taking my time. So I'm going to put the tape around the inside and then put fabric tack around the outside. And I'm going to use my 1/8 inch tape here because I have so much of it and I need to get it used up. All right, maybe I'll just go around the edge of the clear piece with the tape too. So no wet glue because I don't want to have to worry about it seeping out. I need to trim this down a little bit more. It's too much of a curve right there. Let's try it again. That's better. Around the corners. Oh, I really don't want to use that. Should I use the purple leftovers again? I wish I'd had the blue leftovers to use on that. If I'd have cut them at the same time. I think I am going to use the purple leftovers, actually. Let's do it. All right, so here we are. This one I left the string a little long because I thought I was gonna have to cut it. Um, and this I do want to trim off. I don't really care for this baker's twine because the gold piece unravels too much. But that is what that looks like. So when I put the ephemera in there, this might be a little too long. But when I put ephemera in there, let's see, you'll be able to see through the window. And this can be placed in here nice and neat. But that's what that would look like. Just put some more in there. And then this would go in here like so. Okay, that works out great. Then this one can go in the back. Maybe I should put this in the front. I'm going to take one of these tags and put it in the back. So that is everything. We made the 2 envelopes, one with a window, one without. I hope you enjoyed this quickie that turned into not such a quickie. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and I'll holler at y'all next time. Bye.